I think the most shocking thing for family members is when they come to the realization that the alcoholic in their family, that they have become hostage to the situation. In fact, without them supporting them financially, emotionally, and physically, the alcoholic is going to create havoc not only in their life, but in the life of everyone around them. They could get in their car, get in an accident. They could drink themselves to death. And you become a caregiver to this horror and nightmare on a daily basis. And it becomes a thankless, heartless job. And this is the most difficult situation for a lot of family members to be in, especially when the alcoholic is in denial and they fight you tooth and nail. This is a situation that we need to talk about further. And by hostage, I mean, quite frankly, you are a hostage to the situation as a non-alcoholic family member. You have to become the caregiver. You have to make sure that person isn't drinking, or if they are, they're not drinking too much. If they do drink, you have to make sure that they don't do something outrageous. If they don't drink themselves to the point where you got to call 911. You have to make sure they don't get behind the wheel of a car. You got to hide car keys. I mean, there's a whole host of things you have to do to not only protect the alcoholic, but you also have to protect yourself. And if you're in that situation, sometimes it's past the point of no return, because you can't just take that person to a bus station, hand them $100 and say, have a nice life. It's beyond that. The person is literally mentally disabled. And you're stuck in this situation where you cannot leave this person, because you love them to some extent, but at the same time, leaving them alone is going to put them in obvious harm's way. And I understand the situation is not relatable to a lot of people, but to the people who do know what I'm talking about, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Especially if you have a son or a daughter or a spouse that was once a good relationship. You can't just abandon these people. It's not that simple. In some cases, it's the most heartbreaking thing you could ever go through, because you're watching somebody suffer on a daily basis. And as hard as you try, you have to realize it's not about you. It's about the disease. And it's hard to separate the person from the disease. It's difficult not to be mad at the person when the disease is really the ultimate culprit, even though they're one and the same. But understanding, your role, I guess the point of this video is really to take stock in your own mental health. Be aware of how this situation is affecting you, and if you need to take extreme measures, then do what you have to do. Get the person into a long-term care facility, get them into a sober living facility where other people maybe can pick up the pieces where you can no longer handle it. There are some choices that you can make as a family member if you are at the end of your rope. And this video is really about families specifically who are at the end of the rope, and they have been in a hostage situation or an impossible situation, and they don't know where to go, what to do, and what's the next action to take. So I would suggest a number of different things, but I would schedule a breakthrough call with me. Set up an appointment. We can figure out a roadmap of what direction to take, where to go, and also educate yourself on what's going on. And again, please like, share, and comment. And again, we have a Facebook group called Amanda, A Cautionary Tale of Alcoholism. It's a support group, and we're growing by leaps and bounds every day. And again, thanks for listening.